Hey, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Be here with the UntitledGameShow.com. Back once again with more Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battles. And what you guys are seeing right now is me, Cody, Austin, and Ruben playing a multi-battle match. This is happening during Gem 28 wait, 2489's live stream. Oh my god, I almost forget his name correctly. But anyways, he's having a live stream right now, and in chat everybody's having some good times and we're all battling with each other. So let's go ahead and start this up. Sorry about the camera movement, but like always guys, I need to get a 3DS capture card. Until then, I gotta use the camera. Anyways, guys, let's get into the match and let's see what's gonna be happening. This is a live match, guys, so I'm gonna be commentating as it goes on. So we already had a few matches today already, so let's see how this one turns out. Let me see if I can't focus in the camera real quick for you guys because I know it's a little blurry. I have autofocus on and I just need to turn that off. And once autofocus is off, it should come out a lot clearer. Alright, that should be a lot better. Instead of it constantly focusing and refocusing, it should all be set right there. So he starts out with these Pacific Pokemons, and with that, I'm gonna go ahead and use some Volt Switch on Mr. Rotom over there. The tree over there is gonna have some hard time dealing with Mr. Alakazam, which I'm surprised didn't go into Mega. That's quite interesting that he didn't go Mega for Alakazam. But I switched back out with Thundurus because there was nothing really set up. I could have used Prankster to set up Taunt or, something like, Thunder Wave, but I didn't really see that it was actually all that necessary. We're going to go ahead and switch right into D-Duck and start setting up with D-Duck. Because D-Duck is D-Duck. Porygon 2 is just a freaking awesome Pokemon. He's my tank of my team along with my Blissey. These Pokemons can take out whole entire teams just by themselves. And I have them on this team too, so it's quite devastating. Go ahead, right there. Rotom basically gets devastating amount of damage from Alakazam. I guess if Alakazam would have went Mega Forming, he would have been able to do a lot more damage, but it's okay. He goes ahead and uses Wood Hammer on my Porygon 2, which is not going to really do that much because Porygon 2 is a champ. So over there, Rotom's going to probably end up dying, so I'm just going to go ahead and start setting up. I'm going to start with some Toxic on the tree in the back over here. Alright, if the tree likes to have himself some Toxic, he could enjoy that. On Rotom, I'll let it chill because Rotom doesn't have any fighting type moves that could probably simply take me out. So I think I'll just be doing perfectly fine. Plus, Alakazam went ahead and took him out. Only reason I'm guessing that Alakazam is not going Mega, and maybe he wants to wait to actually use Trace on something else instead of a Rotom to get Levitate or to get whatever power does the tree have. But he's actually being very risky right now because at any moment, the tree could go ahead and just use Earthquake and basically devastate Alakazam with his lower defense. So the Toxic's effect is slowly counteract basically the effect of leftovers because we could just let that tree sit there in place all the rest of the match. Basically, it being there and just focusing on taking out the right side opponent is actually giving us an advantage. So I'm not going to really attack the tree at all because it being crippled, and if he's not willing to switch out, that just gives us an advantage because soon enough, it'll just be one Pokemon versus two Pokemon. So here comes another tank, which is Venusaur. Unfortunately, I won't be able to use Toxic on Venusaur, so in that case, I'm just going to go ahead and start using Charge Beam. The reason I'm going to use Charge Beam is specific because Charge Beam has a 70% chance of actually increasing my special attack after each use. So it's only going to do 50% damage, and it won't do that much against something like, the Pokemon I'm facing right now, but it'll still do enough. Unfortunately, I guess the Alakazam I'm teaming up with didn't realize that Venusaur is a poison type, so if he would have did that Psychic attack on Venusaur, it would have been pretty massively destructive. So I'm not sure why he didn't do that, but there you go. Alakazam got taken out. He never went to Mega Form. I'm not sure what was up with that. I'm not sure what item was specifically on that Alakazam, but maybe he's just having fun and trying out a new strategy. Either ways, we're still having a pretty good match. I'm in a pretty good situation right now. I don't feel any pressure that I'm going to lose at all, so we'll just see where things go from here. Next up, we have, oh, well, this is a bad move. You have two grass types on the field, and you bring out a water type. I'm not sure what my teammate's actually thinking right here, because this move is very dangerous. You might be faster than them, but one grass type attack right now, and you're basically devastating. So you know what? I'm just going to try for pure luck. I'm going to go with an Ice Beam and just hopefully I can actually freeze, Venusaur before he goes ahead and uses a Grass type move on Mister over there, because if that happens, it'll be basically devastating. He goes ahead and uses Sleep Powder, which is a perfectly good move to use. Dragonite jumps right into that Ice Beam, which is pretty devastating for Dragonite. He was using Weakness Policy, which works out excellent for him. As I am Deduct, being asleep is not the worst thing in the world. I can probably survive this for a few turns without even have to worry about anything. Plus, remember, guys, if I lost Deduct, it will still just be the first Pokemon of all my Pokemons that I actually went ahead and lost. I'm going to go ahead and select Ice Beam on Mr. Dragonite over there. So we'll see if I wake up. He's going to probably use Giga Drain. Massive amount of damage right there, unfortunately. He's going to go ahead and use Ice Beam one more time. It was super effective. He goes ahead and uses Sky Drop. Well, my whole plan for this match was to be able to just take out one Pokemon at a time. I wanted to really take out Venusaur and just have my opponent just be fighting one Pokemon by themselves. But I guess we're just having a little more of a fun match right here, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and keep just using Ice Beam until I wake up. If they let me sit there and just survive, it won't be a big deal because I will be fine. So unfortunately, my teammate finally got taken out. I wake up, I go ahead and use Ice Beam. He sends out Electabuzz. I think that's the name of his Pokemon. Oh, actually, no, it's not Electabuzz. Whatever. The big dude right there. I'm going to go ahead and use Recover. Let's recover our HP back. Even if I go back to sleep and I recover my HP, I will be able to survive there pretty damn long because I am using the item that boosts my defense by a whole lot. Now, the electrical type over there got to worry about Earthquake. Who knows if Venusaur has an Earthquake or if, anybody else has a Earth type attack. He goes ahead and uses Ice Punch and does some massive damage right there on Dragonite. So Dragonite finally gets taken out. Sludge Bomb goes into effect, which is perfect because I'm going to survive that like a champ. I'm going to go ahead and use Recovery, recover all my HP, and I'm just back there like the duck is because the duck doesn't die. It's called the duck because it's a defensive duck. So next up, we'll have to see what my next opponent brings out into the match. So right now, guys, the situation is not that bad for us right now. We both have pretty good coverage right now. My move coverage is good. Even if he puts me to sleep, I'll just wake back up. I always can recover myself. I have Charge Beam. I have Toxic. My opponent over here is Toxic already, so not much to really worry about. Just going to go about the flow, finish the match off, and it'll be another victory on my corner. So Fire Punch. Massively amount of damage. Oh, wow, he actually takes that pretty damn well. I'm quite surprised. Giga Drain, I don't blame you for using Giga Drain, but it's not going to do enough damage for me to even worry about it. Because even if he did one more Giga Drain, unless they both attack me, I'm still going to be able to just use Recover on the next turn and survive basically fine. So Venusaur fainted. On the next turn, Deduct is going to go ahead and use D-Recover. And once he recovers up some HP, that should definitely help us out. Now the tree goes ahead and restores a whole lot of HP. Along with the top of that, he does have leftovers. But remember, guys, Toxic gets worse and worse by every turn that passes. So every turn he's going to start losing a lot more HP, which will be good for me. I like how it looks like he has an electrical plug in his back. Gliscor. Gliscor, the poison heal Pokemon. You can call it that. We're still going to go ahead and use Recover because we know Gliscor is going to be using Earthquake because that's a move that it has. Just like I predicted, guys, and that's part of battling, guys. You got to predict what your opponents are going to do and prepare for that. So he used Earthquake just like I thought. I used Recover just like I knew I would. And him over there, if I was him, I would use Signatureness again because he is dying a lot. So whatever, he goes ahead and use Earthquake, and it's fine. Because like I said, I'm going to save that just fine. I'm not weak to Earthquake right now. They don't realize that, or either they don't realize it or they're not using Brick Break or any other type of fighting type of move right now on Porygon 2, because Porygon 2 is a normal type Pokemon. That's one thing I do like about Porygon and using Porygon Z as well. Many people don't see those. Like, I've never fought anybody else using these Pokemon, except for like one other fan who saw me use it and then started using it. And with that, like, it's like such a big advantage for me because they never use it like that. I just go ahead about my business, start taking people out little by little because they're not knowing, if they don't look it up, or if they just don't know that it's a fight, it's a normal type with a lot of defense. They just slowly die and get killed. So right here, you're gonna see D-Duck take out the whole entire team. I'm not even gonna switch out. Right there, he's already toxic up from the beginning of the match, and that's why he's toxic, man. He's gonna have to keep on dealing with that issue little by little. So while he's toxic, while he has to heal, I'm just gonna go ahead and recover my health, because if I don't recover right now, it just puts me in a drastically devastating bad position, just for the fact that my HP will be too low. So it doesn't matter what he does right now, it's not gonna be enough to actually take me out. So I freely could recover my HP, sit here, build up my defensive. I have no status effect, anything right now. His damage is not gonna be enough for me to be concerned about. My defense is so high right now that it's not a big deal. He's just going to keep on dying because of the poison. Even with the little bit of HP he recovers, eventually it's going to get low enough that all I need to do is use an Ice Beam. So what I'm going to actually do right now is I'm going to go ahead and use Charge Beam. Oh, no, I think he's a ground. Let's just see. Sorry, guys. I don't remember if he's a ground type as well, but we'll find out right now. No, yes, he's a ground type as well. That's my mistake. So he was a ground type as well, so Charge Beam doesn't work, but I just don't always know every type from the top of my head. So there you go. His HP is more than low enough. He has to use Synchronous. Synchronous is not going to go in effect before I use Ice Beam, if I'm correct, because Synchronous does not actually have priority. So there you go. One Ice Beam before he uses Synchronous gives me the game on this Pokemon specifically. He has to bring out a next Pokemon. No matter what his next Pokemon is, I'm going to go ahead and use Recover off the bat just to set up. Let's see. He brings out a Suicune. So, actually, before I use Recover, because I'm in such a good position, I'm just going to go ahead and use Toxic. Like, for me, guys, I always want to put a Toxic in play. Oh, wow. That was a lot of damage. That was way more damage than I expected, guys. But that stab damage is, well, quite devastating, apparently. So we're going to go ahead and bring out Thundurus. Pretty sure this Pokemon definitely has Ice Beam, so that might be a problem. So we're just going to go ahead and start off with Thunderbolt right off the bat. I'm not going to play around and use Volt Switch or anything like that. And just finish the game, guys. I could have brought Bliss in by using Volt Switch and bring out another Pokemon, but why extend the match any longer than it really needs to be? So there you go, guys. That was a quick little double battle from me and Austin and Cody and Ruben. So they're all subscribers, so that's another game with subscribers. Fun match, guys. It was a really fun game. It didn't expect the exact way it went, and we're going to have lots more to come. All right, later, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll be back with more Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battles every single day. Peace out, guys. And shout out to D-Duck. D-Duck.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Be here with the UntitledGameShow.com, here to ask you for your support in a quick ad. Won't take up much of your time. Are you a human being? Do you shop on Amazon? If the answer to these questions are yes, then you could help make the Untitled Game Show grow. Any purchases made through the Amazon link on the UntitledGameShow.com will help us, like this pre-order of the PlayStation 4. You can click the link, it brings you right to the Amazon website, and you check out just like normal. As you see, just come here, you can bookmark the page, click on our link, bring you right to the Amazon website, search for any products you buy, and that's simple as that, guys. Thanks for watching. Be with the UntitledGameShow.com. Hope you guys are willing to support the Untitled Game Show and help us grow. That's all I'm asking from you. Buy things you already were going to buy. Thanks for watching.